Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to a new episode of When You're Delusional, You're Gonna Be on TikTok. I do hope you're gonna enjoy the video, so let's just get into it.
To talk about this because it's literally ruining relationships. Therapy speak is phrases and words or concepts that have been taken from therapy, from self help books, or from educational accounts like mine, and are being used outside of the context of therapy in day to day relationships and situations. While the influx of mental health information on social media has really helped people understand and give language to their mental health experiences, it actually has a downside. Downside is that we start using language that we don't really understand fully. A lot of these concepts are very complex and nuanced and often do not exist in a very black and white situation, and they're not sometimes meant to be used outside of the therapeutic environment. We speak in relationships creates a little bit of a sanitized experience in emotional intimacy. It creates a little bit of formal distance between people who might be trying to convey an emotion that perhaps is a little more raw or real. And therapy speak is a lot of euphemisms, right? And so that doesn't leave a lot of space for true vulnerability. I think we can take these concepts and we can infuse them into our day to day life as a way of improving our own personal and emotional growth, but understand what you're saying and use it correctly.
For full disclosure, I trust your educational account just as much as I trust the other TikTokers. Your psychological advice doesn't apply to everyone, and it should not be spread over TikTok. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but you're doing exactly what you're telling others not to do. Unfortunately, I've seen the results. A while back, I've seen two different creators pretty much ruining someone else's life. They were spreading different advice like they knew what they were talking about, and when their own followers came looking for actual help, their response was, "You need to seek professional help," which was not the worst advice, obviously. But those people were doing exactly that. They came to you. They put their trust and their faith in you. All because you acted like you knew what you were talking about to get views and likes. And I really doubt you have any idea how much you can hurt someone with mental problems when you pretend you can help them. It might take months or years for them to listen to you, build some trust, and when they're reaching out, your response is seek professional help. Put your trust into someone else. You completely disappointed them, and now you're asking them to put their trust into some different stranger. But you're talking mostly about relationships, so let's take a look at some of those professionals.
Exactly. If the main thing that your man loves and appreciates about you as a partner are like the things that you do for him and the way that it makes him feel when you do those things for him, that's being loved for a purpose that you're serving in his life.
Yes, that's exactly how relationship works. We do things for each other. Obviously you disagree and he needs to love you for yourself. No, he doesn't love you for you just existing just as much as you don't love him for him just existing.
Okay, when I say your man should be obsessed with you, but not obsessed with the way you make him feel, obviously I'm not talking about in like a creepy stalker obsession way, but like I firmly believe for a male female relationship to be successful, like the man has to be obsessed with the woman.
No, he needs to love and respect you just as much as you need to love and respect him, and he's gonna do it exactly because of the way you make him feel when he's around you, when he's with you. You doing nothing except existing is gonna keep you single. Well, I don't have to tell you that.
Okay, two very important things that you may need to look at that will absolutely change your dating life, particularly for those of you who are so tired of dating these shitty men who don't give you what you want, need, deserve, and you're tired of chasing it. The thing is, we don't do chasing around here. You're way too good for that. Chasing literally implies that you believe that they have something that you need so badly that you can't give yourself or that somebody else can't give you, and that is not true.
Another one who thinks she deserves stuff because she exists. If that's what chasing means, you understand why no one is chasing you. The only thing we need each other is for a romantic connection, or even for some human interaction. This idea that you don't need men, but men somehow magically need you, is everything what is wrong with dating today. Outside reproduction, and yeah, that's crazy, we still need each other for that. Give me one good example on why I will need you.
Listen up, ladies. This is being irresistible. Law number 2. A high value woman places a higher value on herself than she does the man that she is trying to pursue. Do not let this man be your end all be all. Prioritize yourself, prioritize your mental health, your hobbies, your friends, your family over this man.
And as soon as, by some miracle, you find yourself into a relationship, prioritize that relationship. It's no longer about you and yourself. It's about that relationship. If you wanted to make it work, you need to make it your priority. And yes, that means at some point you're gonna have to put in some effort, and at some point you're gonna make some compromises.
Things I will no longer be accepting from men, neither should you. If he cuts me off constantly while I'm talking. Things I will no longer be accepting from men, neither should you. The bare minimum. Kind of self-explanatory. Don't be upset that I have high standards. Be upset that you can't meet them.
And just like that, you're confusing, once again, men ignoring you and choosing to stay away from you with them being upset. It takes a lot for men to be upset, and you and your bare minimum, it's not a valid reason.
This is the phrase you can say to a narcissist to absolutely destroy them. In order to understand why the phrase I'm going to tell you is so effective, you have to get into the narcissist psychology.
Because you're obviously an expert and you're gonna tell us why, but no, let's get you straight to the point. And just in case you're wondering, it's because narcissists hate themselves. At least that's what she said.
All you have to say is the following. Look them in the eyes, have a look of disgust and disappointment on your face because narcissists can read micro expressions, and just say to them, I see you for who you really are now. This phrase is so powerful because it's the one thing that the narcissist never wanted.
9 traits of a narcissist. Sense of self-importance, preoccupation with power, beauty or success, and title. Can only be around people who are important or special. That rules out all of you who think your ex is a narcissist because they broke up with you. Interpersonally exploitative for their own gain. Arrogant, lack empathy, must be admired, envious of others or believe that others are envious of them. Oh, look at that, they don't hate themselves. Everything you said led to you leaving the relationship, and that's fine. If you find yourself into an abusive relationship, you'll leave. But your advice leads to picking up a fight. And if they really are a narcissist, not only that you're never gonna win that fight, but it leads to more fighting and more crying and more hurting. Maybe the better option will be just leaving that relationship. Whatever you think you're doing, destroying a narcissist, that's not happening.
It just broke a guy's heart. Like the nicest guy I've ever met. Like, he would have done anything for me. And I'm just searching for a feeling that might not exist. Like a type of love.
Yeah, the chemistry, the butterflies, and everything other TikTokers have told you. Every other romantic comedy have told you, because you deserve to be a princess. I've heard a lot of reasons for why people broke up, but to be honest, usually it's something better than this. Anyway, I've made this long enough, it's time for me to shut up. I do hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.